My name is Pedro Espinal, and I'm running for City Council Ward 10. To tell you a little bit about myself, first of all, thank you, Sharon, and thank you all for being here. I think this is extremely important that we have this type of forum so that we know before being elected, if we are lucky enough to be elected and sit at City Council to represent our wards, what we stand for. And I'm glad that it's being recorded because I feel that what we said here today should stay with us throughout the 4 years. In regards to myself, I've been an area resident for the last, September 6th of this year will be 40 years. I always lived in South Providence in the Washington Park area. Came here in 1978. I am a product of public education, Rhode Island Middle School, Central High School, and the University of Rhode Island. I am married, going on 29 years, and I have 4 children. Aside from raising my children, I pay particular attention to my community. I have always, for the last 20 years, been involved in the community. I have belonged and I helped create different community organizations, many of which I have led. And because I feel it is extremely important when you're raising a family that you do the best at home, but that you also do well in your community because that's where your children are going to grow up. And if we work together, we can establish a better society, a better city. In my work experience, I worked different jobs, including law enforcement, also at Johnson Wales University. But I also became a businessman. I've been doing it for 23 years. I'm a real estate investor, and that's the part that I enjoy the most. It's very rewarding, but aside from that, it's rewarding in the sense because it allows me to tackle a problem that exists. And within my business, I do affordable housing. I look at the people's income, and I rent to them accordingly. And I've been doing that for over 20 years. I have people that are paying very minimal rents because I understand what they're going through and I know exactly what they can pay. As a result of that, it is why I'm so deeply interested in becoming a city council person. Yes, there is a housing crisis in Providence. Single individuals are not going to be able to do it. It's time for government to take a more responsible step towards that and allocating more housing, more funds for housing. Also, you gotta have clean, safe streets. If the streets are not safe, it all falls apart. When people are not safe, they don't feel safe, they feel insecure. And when you have people that feel insecure, nothing works. So there are key things that people need in order to survive. They don't ask much from government. They want good affordable housing, they want safe streets, and they want good paying jobs. And this is what we as elected leaders, if we manage to get there, this is what we need to focus on. But we're not going to be able to do that unless we have some good quality education. Without good quality education, you're going to have a ghost town. Because when you start a family and you have the good apartment, you have the good house, and you have the good job, and you got the good streets that you can walk out anytime without being in fear of being shot, you need to be able to send your kids to good school that have quality education. That's what I will be a strong advocate in that. But keep in mind, none of this will be possible unless we get some good economic development. Because right now, the way it is, we don't know whether our city is going to go into bankruptcy or not. So we need to attract some new business, we need to grow our tax base. But when we attract new business to Providence, we can't just give it away. You're bringing in new business, but then you give these tax deals, you're not growing your tax base. So that's something that needs to be looked at. And I promise to be a very strong advocate when it comes to that. Now, in regards to selling the Providence water, well, we sell the Providence water today. What are we going to sell tomorrow? Ray Williams Park? Are we going to privatize the police department? You know, public health says you can't touch it. We need to run responsible government so that we don't get there. That's how you do it. The Fane Tower, I don't think any of us know enough about it. But I'll tell you, it doesn't sound good. But are they going to pay 100% taxes? Then it'll be interesting. Because we need more companies that will come in and give us 100% taxes, because that is what we need, so the entire city doesn't go into bankruptcy. What are we doing about the nonprofits? At least the housing portion of it. What are we doing to that? Are we gonna go back to the table and ask them to pay a little bit more if they're not paying anything? And in regards to the house, number 3, yes, we do have a housing crisis, and we do need to do something about it. We need to do something about it now, because people are being displaced from their homes. People cannot afford anymore a $1,500 to $2,000 apartment. So it is our responsibility to run responsible government to do something about that. I thank you so much.
Thank you.